better and better. It's just fantastic. What's interesting about this show, and there's actually some information in your programs, which are in your Century 21 bags. Thank you to our sponsor, Century 21 Department Store. On your program, and you can take this with you and read a little bit more about the show. About the 5th day of classes, our juniors and our seniors and our sophomores all went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where they saw an exhibition called MANUS X MACHINA. And that featured, it was just an amazing show. The Met does an amazing show every year. And so what you saw on the runway tonight was inspired by that trip that they took. And that's just one of the many trips that we provide for our students, where they have the opportunity to go to museums, to go outside more and experience fashion, experience art, experience design out in the field. And that's why we really look at more as, campus. The Philly is a campus, the world is the campus for our students. So we were thrilled that they had that opportunity to go and see that exhibition and the result of which are these wonderful fashions that you saw on stage tonight. So the judges are deliberating. We have, I think, a total of 4 awards we're going to be giving out tonight. So I'm here to just talk a little bit, and then we're going to see a brief video giving you some insight into the history of Jumpstart. This is actually the 24th year that this show has happened here. And it didn't always happen here. There were years that it actually happened over in the galleries. So it's happened in a lot of different spaces while the college has been here at 1916 Race Street. I wanted to say that we have a number of really great events coming up, and I hope that you will check out our calendar at more.edu. We have the Visionary Women Awards coming up on the 13th of October, where we will be honoring Dr. Mary Schmidt-Campbell, the president of Spelman University, and also Meg Seligman, whom I'm sure many of you know, who's just an amazing mural artist here in Philadelphia. That afternoon, we have, on the 13th, we have a lecture, the Seidman Lecture, where you can come. It's a free lecture, it starts at 12:30. Come spend your lunch with us and listen to these 2 amazing women talk about their careers. And that will be moderated by Patty Phillips, our academic dean. The next night, we have the design, what we call our design forum, and that is going to be focusing on design and social change. You know, how can design affect health? How can design affect poverty? How can design affect all the different things that are happening to us in our city? And so it's a really interesting panel that we will have an opportunity to hear from Jeremy Avellino of Bright Common Philadelphia, and a panel talk about how design can actually affect and have an impact on poverty and health and water and economics and so many different things. Once again, that is free. It's at 6:30. The next day, we have our wonderful leadership conference for women in the arts. And that is going to feature one of our alumna, the wonderful Michelle Ortiz, who many of you probably know, another wonderful mural artist here in Philadelphia. And it's an opportunity for you to come and hear about women, hear some great women about leadership. She'll be speaking, and there will also be some breakout groups and so on. And that is free for students from any college or university, and only $10 for everybody else. So I hope you'll join us for that. And last, but not least, on October 23rd is our fall open house. At our fall open house, you can come learn more about more, actually do some workshops with some of our wonderful faculty, and learn about a lot of great things that are happening and more that you may not know about. So we hope that you'll join us for all, if not 1 or 2 of those events that are coming up. So check out the calendar at more.edu. So last year, we were thrilled to be able to do a video and feature Janice Lewis. Janice has been with us here at the college for years. And Janice gave us a little insight into what is Jumpstart? How did it start? What's the reason for it? What have been the inspirations for it? So you're going to have a chance to see this video. Keep in mind it was made last year, the 23rd year, and now this is the 24th year. So enjoy, and I will be back in a bit.
Every fall in the fashion design department, we have a project that we call Jumpstart, to jumpstart the beginning of the school year. And every year it's completely different, and the students don't find out what the topic is until the first day of school.
I think Jumpstart is a really good way to kick off the school year. It kind of gets the juices flowing, and it really allows us to, throw 3 sheets to the wind, and we really get to express ourselves as designers and really push the limit and come up with something really creative.
So Jumpstart is a project that we started here at Moore back in 1992. And it was my idea. I came back to school at the beginning of the year, and I said to the rest of the faculty, I want to do something fun and exciting and fast and get the students really excited, and I want to have this project complete in 1 month. And that was kind of the beginning of Jumpstart. The first project was everyone had to do something with denim that was unexpected. When Jumpstart first started out, it was a project. We did it in class, the juniors did it, the seniors did it, the sophomores always do a version of it. Maybe if they can't sew, they might be creating an accessory. But it's always a conceptual project, never something that you normally see on the street, more like something you might see on the runways in Paris.
This is their opportunity to go crazy, have fun. One of the things that is very important in design is research. So researching contemporary design, they put it all together and come up with their own. Some students start off with a bang and they run out and they can't wait to get their hands into it and start gathering and shredding and whatever. And other students are slower and more thoughtful.
Jumpstart may involve gluing hundreds of buttons onto a garment or something multiple that takes an extra long time. When we did a project for the Pennsylvania Ballet, all the garments had to be made out of tulle, which is the floaty net fabric that ballerinas wear in their tutus. We had a student who used 192 yards of tulle for her design that year. So, my feeling is that if a student likes this project, they're going to put a lot of effort into it and make it really something great. Other students may not be so excited by it, but we kind of love the fact that a lot of the garments that the students design during the school year are meant to be marketable, wearable, saleable, and that's nothing about Jumpstart. So I think that's the most fun part of it. Jumpstart has evolved along the years. Initially, we kind of relied on fabrications as our concept. We did, as I said before, denim. We had a donation of thermal knit, which we used. We had a donation of ace bandages, which was the concept for one show. I think it's just evolved into a very exciting way to come back to school at the beginning of the year for fashion students. They know they're going to jump right in, they're going to create a garment that's going to be exciting on the runway, and it's just something everyone looks forward to. We often, when we're planning our Jumpstart concept, think about what's happening around the city, what exhibitions might be in a museum or the Franklin Institute. So last year at the Perlman Center, at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, there was a fabulous exhibit about the designer Patrick Kelly. Patrick Kelly was an American who lived in Paris and loved the city. And many of the garments that he designed and made reflected his love. For example, a giant hat that looked like the Eiffel Tower. So that's what he loved. So we instructed the students to do something inspired by the city of Philadelphia. So we had inspirations from everything from soft pretzels to the Liberty Bell to City Hall Tower. And there were lots of the flyers, there were lots of sports themes. So I thought that was a successful project. Other more recent projects that we did, an urban camouflage segment where the students went out in Philadelphia, took a picture of a wall, a building, anything, and then the garment that they designed had to disappear when the model stood in front of the photo. That was called urban camouflage. We also partnered with the Flower Show the year they did their Italy theme. We've partnered with the PMA many times. And we also partner with some community service organizations. Specifically, every year we invite the Women's Career Wardrobe to come and set up a box so people can donate clothing to their store, which benefits women who need career wardrobes. One of the first shows that we ever did, we did in the galleries. It was in the late 90s and it was called Mother Earth. It was one of my favorite shows, and the students had to be inspired and create something that related to an animal, vegetable, or mineral. That was the only requirement. So the first time we did the show, it was in the galleries. The first Jumpstart show was well received by the college community. We had way more people than we had seats, which happens every year. And it just became an event that professors could come and see their students, fashion students could get their friends to model. It was just this great community spirit, almost like pop-ups that we have today. Everything just comes together, and we just create an event.
On the night of the fashion show, this room is buzzing. There are 45 designers and 45 models up here getting dressed, primping, doing hair, doing makeup, gluing things on at the last minute, stapling things together, anything to get the show ready. Then we line the models up in the hallway, send them down the elevator. The models for the show are often the students themselves, their friends, their sisters. There are a few professional models who come back to do our show every year. Jumpstart, it's fun and it's conceptual and it's different than what we do the rest of the year. It's a pretty exciting show.
It is hard for me to believe that the show has gone on for 23 years. I've had fun with it. I think the students that have been here have had fun with it. And it does make a great show. I love it here.
Thank you, Janice. And thank you, Dave Rizzio, for a fantastic job putting that together. We do a lot of video here at the college, and we have a wonderful multimedia producer, Dave Rizzio, who worked with us on putting those together. I want to once again thank Century 21 Department Store for being our sponsor. They have been an incredibly generous sponsor and partner with us. Not only do they help underwrite the fashion show and scholarships, and but they also give our students so many wonderful opportunities in the windows, and also we have them take a trip up to Secaucus, New Jersey, where they learn about fashion merchandising. It's just, I've never had a partnership like this in all the years that I've been working in the arts. So I want to thank all of you once again. Thank you. And speaking of Century 21, Century 21 Department Store will present Fashion Show 2017. Coming up on May 12th, Friday night this year, so mark your calendars. We're going to be back at the Barnes Foundation. So we look forward to seeing all of you there. There's an ad in the program. Tickets go on sale in January. Tickets sell very quickly. I urge you to get your tickets early for that. So I think we're ready, Janice. Janice, where are you? I'm looking for Janice. Janice, you're the face of the mystery. Starlight, as you will. Janice, there she is. Thank you. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Miss Liz Collins, who is our interim fashion design chair. We're so thrilled to have her here and more. Please welcome her to the Jumpstart.
I hope you sing my name like that. Okay, hi everyone. It's great to be here in this role. So I'm going to start with the accessory winner. Janice, are you? Oh, okay, great. Janice is bearing gifts. So the accessory prize goes to Simone Burgess. Amazing. Congratulations. Beautiful piece. Okay. Great. Okay. Next we have third place. The third place prize goes to Ma Canu. It's a ream of paper. Beautiful. Yes, should we get Simone back up here with her beautiful cake? Oh, tableau of the winners. Okay, so second place goes to Lucy Sanchez. Good, you're back. Congratulations. And first place goes to number 30, Jade Rose Rose. Big round of applause. Great. You guys are amazing. Everyone did a great job. You guys did great. Everybody did great. I'm amazed to see people pull out the stops this way so early in the semester. So congrats.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you in May at the Good night.